philosophers who state with confidence that miracles occur all around us every day. And that with a heightened awareness, we will be able to see these miracles, recognize the angels that walk among us. In 1224, Thomas Aquinas was born to a noble Italian family. He studied at the Benedictine monastery at his mother's insistence, but Thomas wanted to join the Dominicans. As a result, his mother imprisoned him in the family castle for years. Thomas was allowed to leave in 1245 at the age of 21. He went to Paris, became a teacher, priest, and papal advisor, and made great contributions to Western thought by studying the teachings of Aristotle, St. Augustine, and Jewish and Islamic scholars. Thomas Aquinas gave the phrase higher learning a new meaning when he said, "We are like children who stand in need of masters to enlighten us and direct us. And God has provided for this by appointing his angels to be our teachers and guides." The Miracle Research Center team seeks enlightenment from real people who claim to have witnessed real miracles.
Hello, I'm Michelle Wolford, segment producer for Could It Be a Miracle?
I'm Bob Evans, producer. During the course of our program, our researchers have come across stories of the miraculous which have a connecting theme.
For example, there are stories which stem from a dream state.
And stories which illustrate the tremendous link between children and the world of the supernatural.
But in this week's show, our focus is on guardian angels. Do we each have one? Do we have more than one? What exactly does our guardian angel do for us?
These questions will be answered by our experts. We'll hear from authors Eileen Freeman, Karen Goldman, Joan Wester Anderson, Brad and Sherry Steiger, Kelsey Tyler, and Pierre Jovanovic.
Our cases include the story of a young man in the middle of a severe asthma attack in dire need of medical attention.
A rookie cop, not yet at ease with his dangerous profession, is aided on more than one occasion by a pair of watchful strangers.
A woman intent on ending her own life is stopped by a vanishing Good Samaritan.
Two thugs intent on attacking a young woman are themselves victims of an angelic bugging.
A young seminarian caught in the wrong neighborhood is rescued by his guardian angel.
For our first segment, we chose a story from a previous show in which author Karen Goldman tells of a young woman being saved from a dangerous car wreck by the brush of her guardian angel's wing.
All I can tell you is that the people that I interviewed who have had angel visions and experiences were some of the nicest people I've ever spoken to in my life. There's a case, I'll tell this story, of a car. A woman just bought a new BMW.
Now on those nice days, you make use of that convertible top.
I will.
You've got all the power and speed you could want for your city driving, all the comfort anyone can ask for those long distance trips. I think you're really going to be happy with it.
Oh, I think I will be too. Oh, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Carr. I'll take care of you if you take care of me and keep me safe.
she's driving toward an intersection. It's about 40 miles an hour. She didn't see anyone in front of her. She was about to go through the intersection, and suddenly her car stopped. She would have been in the intersection at exactly the moment that they were speeding through if something hadn't happened like that. And as soon as the cars went through, her car automatically went on again. She said that she could feel these wings brushing against her cheek for a couple of minutes.
We've gone through the entire engine, the entire electrical system. It all checks out fine.
All right, then. Bye-bye.
And she hadn't had any association with angels at all. It was foreign concept to her until then. They're messengers between earth and heaven. You know, traditionally we think of it that way, and we've been told that, and it's true. That's why angels are so popular. They're so attractive to people. They're, you know, they're someone. They have a form. They're beautiful, and they're connections between the unseen, inexplicable realm of God, let's say, and earth and our humdrum lives. And somehow angels are able to, move between them, between these two realms, and so they bring us heaven, and we also can connect in our hearts with them and feel that they will take us to God when we need some attention from there.
In this story, Nancy Spencer's angel has wings. She describes feeling, quote, the brush of an angel's wing. But according to many of our experts, the wings of an angel are merely symbolic, representing their ability to transcend time and space. So an angel may not necessarily have wings.
Still, one important thing to keep in mind, our experts also say angels will appear in whatever form is needed to reassure us. If we imagine our angel to have wings, that's how our angel will appear.
When we come back, the case of a man caught on an unfamiliar stretch of road without the medicine needed to save his life.
Stay tuned for more miracles.
Actually, they have no bodies, so they don't really look like anything. They don't have wings, and they don't have halos, and they don't have all the things that we humans have given them in order to distinguish them from us. However, there are numerous examples of angels taking on human form in order to interact with us more easily. And in those instances, they look like whatever they need to look like.
Welcome back to our special on Guardian Angels. This next story is from a previous show. It begins with a young couple on their way home from dinner with relatives.
James and Lori Moores were traveling on a remote section of interstate when James began having problems with his asthma. This was a life-threatening situation until a stranger stepped in.
Honey, are you okay?
It's my asthma. I was trying to stay away from that dog, but...
Okay, just try and relax, okay? I'll get your inhaler. I'll put it right here in my purse. I thought I put it right here.
It's not
Well, actually, it began on Christmas Eve, 1994, when we were visiting family for Christmas during the time period, and we decided to visit my sister and her family. that evening for Christmas Eve. We're going to visit Lori's family the next day on Christmas Day. So in doing so, I'm terribly allergic to dogs. And my sister has a dog, and we knew that we were only going to be able to spend a short time period at that point at her house because of my condition. Well, during the course of our fellowshipping together on Christmas Eve, I started to experience some difficulty with an asthma attack.
Relax, okay? Just relax. Oh my God, it's so late. Nothing's gonna be open right now. Maybe there'll be a convenience store. Maybe they'll have inhalers. Okay, just relax.
And within half mile or so, we pulled over. And I know it was just a feeling of relief that at least maybe there'd be something here. Because I think our next option was trying to find a hospital.
I'm gonna check the trunk when you go in. Maybe I packed your inhaler in the suitcase. Just relax, okay?
There was relief in seeing that convenience store, or maybe hope and relief at the same time.
And I practically ran inside, searching for the medicine counter, trying to find something, yeah.
And I know I was saying a little prayer, please let there be something.
Good evening, miss. I think you're suffering from an asthma attack. Here. Here you go. There. You and your wife have a good night.
Immediately after I did that, I thought, how stupid to do that from taking someone else's medication, which is kind of silly. But I did do it out of just pure desperation, but also a feeling of trust, like this guy's going to be okay.
Where did that man go? You're my only customer.
She saw him go in, and I saw him inside, but neither one of us saw him depart from the convenience store. So we just thought that was a nice gentleman helping us out until we really got thinking about it and thinking perhaps it may have been something else.
Honey, you're okay. What happened?
That man in the yellow sweater. Did you see which way he went?
Yeah, he parked right there. That's odd. I didn't see him leave.
The clerk didn't see him either.
Honey, you found your prescription inhaler.
Lori, that man gave it to me. Somehow, he knew.
I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried.
You're in an urban area, late at night, Christmas Eve. What are the chances of a gentleman coming up right next to you 10 seconds after you approach the medicine counter, giving you the proper inhaler to relieve you of all symptoms within 30-second time period? What other assumption can you make? We're not saying that, yes, he was an angel. We don't know. We just know that the good Lord takes care of his people, and that time that he did take care of me, and we're very appreciative of that.
It is mysterious that someone would have his exact prescription, pull into the convenience store in just the nick of time, and then disappear.
As our experts often say, angels seem to appear just in time to help, and they're usually gone before you can say thank you.
Coming up, a rookie policeman is visited on more than one occasion by not one, but two guardian angels.
We'll be right back with more Guardian Angel stories.
Welcome back to our special on guardian angels.
One of the most common questions asked here at the Miracle Research Center is, where do guardian angels fit in the scheme of things?
Right. In the divine scheme of things, is there an angel hierarchy? If so, where do guardian angels fit in?
We posed those very questions to our experts.
Well, Thomas Aquinas said there was a hierarchy. 9 choirs of angels he more or less established. And this had been hinted at earlier, and the early scholars tried to develop a hierarchy. Archangels are down at the bottom, and then the angels are the lowest. And the angels are the only ones that interact with earth according to this division. Archangels are there to sort of oversee earth, but angels are the ones that get directly involved.
The difference of angels is in their task, which means that what we call the guardian angel is definitely closer to the human being. That's the difference between a guardian angel and an archangel. It's what they do have an effect on hundreds of millions of people's lives, which is not like the case of your angel or my angel, for instance. They don't affect everybody's life.
I don't see a lot of emphasis placed on the hierarchy of angels, but there definitely is some mention of that in the Bible. Certainly there are archangels talked about that seem to have more authority than perhaps guardian angels, but beyond that I don't see a lot of hierarchy.
Angels are first and foremost spirits. The word angel means a messenger, and angels are really spirits and don't become angels in a sense until they're sent as messengers, but we use the term to refer to any of these spiritual beings. I tend to think of angels as rank and file and archangels as middle management.
I suppose there is a hierarchy of angels. I think the intricate arrangement does come from the perhaps Elizabethan period when it was decided that since there are kings and courtiers and princes on earth, that there would be a similar situation, as above, so below. But it is believed that at the moment of your birth, you receive a special guardian angel whose assignment is to look after you and guide you.
Joan Wester Anderson presents a unique story involving a man with two guardian angels.
This is a guardian angel story with a twist. A policeman discovers he's not walking his beat alone.
There's a story about a fellow who told me that he was a police officer, still is a police officer, but always was very anxious and fearful on the job. He said he didn't like to tell anybody. He probably should have figured out another line of work because he was always worried when his shift started.
Stay where you are!
Ran after this guy and tackled him. And the two of them rolled over and over and fell into a pit that had been dug in a city street by the power company.
Thanks for your help, guys. Mind give me a hand with him? Much less threatening with his handcuffs on.
Congratulations, officer.
Like an old pro. Keep up the good work.
Mike thought that was kind of funny that he knew that he wasn't the felon and he was wearing plain clothes. How did he know he was an officer? But he didn't think anything more about it than that, except that in the intervening weeks, he felt himself beginning to calm down a little bit. He wasn't quite as nervous before his shift began. That in itself was rather remarkable.
Sure fits the description. Not a very smart car thief, is he?
No.
You think he abandoned ship? I don't think so. Nice catch. That's your second arrest this week. Well, they would have gotten away for sure if it wasn't for those two other guys. What guys? The two big guys. Delivery men? You know, I know I've seen them around before. Somewhere.
Delivery men? I didn't see any delivery men. Look, partner, you need to cut back in the overtime. I think it's getting to you. Come here, you. Come on. Let's go.
So Mike, over the next couple of months, really thought about this a lot. He began to read up on angels, and he noticed that he was very settled in his job now, and he felt capable, which he never had felt before. And one day, a couple of months after this incident, he went into a restaurant. There were very few people in the restaurant. He passed a table. He had all the way passed before he stopped and turned around and looked, and there are these two same fellas sitting at the table. They have now yet a third uniform on, but it was the same two beaming faces.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great, how are you doing today?
Good, thanks. Your usual's open. You want it?
Perfect, I'll take it.
Great, I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Doing just fine. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Excuse me. Was it my imagination, or were there two people sitting behind me when I first got here?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
So he said he always felt that these two black gentlemen will be with him as long as he's a police officer and maybe beyond that. And he never questions why they were a different race. It just seemed right to him somehow. He feels very protected.
Our experts seem to agree we have one guardian angel with us from the time of our birth until our death.
Whether or not we have more than one guardian angel is not clear. As in the story we've just seen from Joan, there is the possibility that one's own guardian angel may be assisted at times by other angels.
When we come back, we'll have the story of a suicidal woman who is shown the value of her life by a vanishing stranger.
I think angels are pretty much there to protect kids. Angels must be good because when I'm being real good, my mommy says, "You're such an angel."
Welcome back to Could It Be a Miracle? In this next story, an angel asks a young woman to consider the value of her life before she makes a tragic decision. This comes from Michelle's interview with author Joan Wester Anderson.
We specifically discussed the idea that while angels often step in to rescue us from dire circumstances, they also provide reassurance and guidance in our daily lives. This next story demonstrates that angels are there to help us turn corners.
I had a story of a girl who was contemplating suicide. She was desperately alone and unhappy and had been for a long time. She wasn't sure that she would actually have the nerve to walk into the surf, but it was one of those things that was with her and she was thinking about it.
It doesn't look too cold. Well, at least I won't feel it anyway. No one will miss me. We'd miss a big fat loser. Just face it, Amanda, you're just a failure at everything. Everyone will be better off without me.
Yeah. I think so.
Come on, you can do it. Just walk right in and don't look back.
Amanda.
What? You scared me.
The water is really quite cold.
Where did you come from?
It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Look at the sun. Look how it hits the water. Makes it sparkle. See?
Leave me alone.
Your life is important. Don't throw it away like this. Besides, you'd be condemning yourself if you jumped into that ocean.
You don't know me.
Yes, I do. Aren't you the same Amanda who at 5 years old went and picked daisies for her mother who had the flu?
That was a long time ago.
And what about that award-winning essay on housing development?
I got an A. Mr. Dimmer said that I
should be a city planner.
How do you know so much about me?
Come up here and sit and talk with me. Sit down. You okay?
Yeah.
I know lots of things. I know you have many good things in your life. Remember last winter when it was cold and rainy? You gave half your money to a homeless lady. She was able to get shelter thanks to you. And what about the time you picked Sally up from the airport?
Her father forgot her. She was standing there with this big box of pineapples. When we tried to load it into the car, the box broke, and all the pineapples rolled out in the street.
Amanda, sometimes it's easy not to see the whole picture. You're much too good a person to end your life this way. Most important, you're not a loser. You're a winner.
Hey, I see what you mean. Wow, the water really does sparkle. You know what? I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life. You're right. This is not the end. How can I ever thank you? Thank you. Whoever you are.
God doesn't judge the outcomes of things the way we do. Lots of times we think that something we've done is a failure, and yet sometimes that can be the beginning of something new. We don't have perspective except in hindsight. Our job is just to go through it and to hope it works out okay, and He'll take care of the rest.
Finding value in your own life seems like such a simple concept, but sometimes people need to be reminded of their worth. We find this frequently in guardian angel stories.
In this story, the angel messenger seems to know the person he is contacting, as if he's been around the person her entire life. The angel messenger knew facts and specific information no one person could have known, which is why we categorize this case as a guardian angel story.
Another interesting aspect of the story is we never get the impression the angel would have saved the woman if she decided to walk into the surf.
This would go against an apparent rule of angelic intervention. Angels never appear to interfere with our free will.
Coming up next, my interview with Brad Steiger, plus a story from his book, Angels Around the World, in which a guardian angel patrols the streets of Paris.
People often become believers after they've had an experience, but they don't necessarily believe in angels beforehand. Many do, but I've talked with many who hadn't a clue, didn't know that there was such a thing, didn't know that angels would care about them. So because they are so universal, I think that in itself sends a message that they are for everyone and no one should feel left out.
Brad and Sherry Steiger are well-respected authors in the field of miracles and angels. Among the titles authored by this prolific couple are Amazing Moms, Angels Over Their Shoulders, and Angels Around the World.
In a recent interview with Brad here at Ventura Santa Barbara Studios, he shared a story that takes us to the exotic nightlife of Paris.
Nina, some years ago, was a dancer with the Lido de Paris in Paris. And on this particular night, after the performance had ended, it was such a beautiful spring night, she decided she'd rather walk home. Instead of taking a cab with some of the other ladies that stayed in an apartment together, she says, no, 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 you ladies go on ahead. I'm just going to walk. I feel like walking.
Absolutely beautiful night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, bye. See you tomorrow.
So she's walking through the streets of Paris on this beautiful evening. And even though Paris is a city of lights, she suddenly finds herself in a part of the city that's a little unfamiliar to her, and it's not quite as well lighted as she would feel comfortable in it being.
sweet thing. Walk past her ignoring us, acting like we weren't even here. Like we're cracks in the sidewalk, like we're nothing to her. Maybe we should get her attention. Attention. Maybe we should get in her face.
And she sees two men beginning to follow her. And she can tell by the way they're walking and the way they're moving that they have probably had a little bit too much to drink. And unfortunately, her experience with men and alcohol had been that when men have over-imbibed, they sometimes get a little crude, a little raw in their actions, so she wants to keep walking. Well, they catch up with her, they begin to make some lewd overtures and suggestions.
She like that. I know she like that. Got you now. You won't be ignoring us no more.
Suddenly, this large man appears behind them, simply takes their heads, knocks them together a good one, and as they stumble or fall dazed to the ground, he simply stands there, and she says, "Oh, thank you, thank you."
Thank you so much. Look, let me give you some money for that, okay? Well, at least let me buy you dinner. Well, will you share a cab with me, please? Great. Stay right here, okay? Let me hail one. Stay right here. Taxi! Taxi! Here it is.
She turns once again to urge her savior, her rescue her, to come with her, and he's gone. He has completely disappeared. She looks up one side of the street, down the other. He is nowhere to be seen. So she decides she better take the cab. She gets in, and this became a turning point in her life. This became her proof that there's definitely unseen guides, protectors, angels, if you will, that stand ready to help those in need. As I said, her life changed after that. And she had what so many people who write to us, share with us, have received. And that's their own personal proof that these guardian angels do exist and can appear anytime when we really need their help.
Once again, we have a story where the guardian angel didn't feel it necessary to stay around to receive a thank you from the very woman he saved.
In this story, the angel was hands-on in a very literal sense. In our next story, an angel walks into an equally threatening situation with a very different result.
Welcome back.
Michelle and her video crew traveled to New Jersey to speak with Eileen Freeman, author of Touched by Angels.
In her book, Eileen writes extensively on the subject of guardian angels. She believes each of us encounters our guardian angel at some point in our lives, though we may not necessarily be aware of it at the time, as in our next story, which is one of our favorites from a previous show.
A friend of mine who is an Episcopal priest was just a poor seminarian in a hotel in a seedy part of Atlanta, which was all they could afford, attending a conference. And he decided to go for a walk late one night.
Does anybody have Frank's pager number? Frank doesn't have a pager, but stepping into the 90s, Frank. Oh, hi, Father.
Hi.
You getting in okay?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
I do need one thing.
What's that?
Dinner.
Okay.
Can you recommend a restaurant within walking distance?
All right. Okay. There's a burger place. It's right on the corner. It's greasy, but it's fast.
Oh, I better stay away from greasy. How about a nice sit-down family restaurant in the area?
Family-style sit-down restaurant. Okay. There's a place. It's a few blocks down from here, but it's You know, it's not really... Well, just 1 second. Could you give me 1 second to answer this? Land on Odd Motor Lodge, we have vacancies. Frank. Oh, Frank! Please tell me you're calling from a payphone down the street. Oh, great.
Great? This?
No. No, sure, no problem. I just worked 12 hours and now you tell me you're gonna be late. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Oh, no, not that, Father. Oh, yeah, no, I'll take care of the entire house cleaning schedule and I'll run the front desk. All right. Okay, Carlos is on for tomorrow morning. Oh, that's terrific.
Terrific. Great. Thank you.
No, Father. Not you, Frank. Father? Father, no, I wouldn't go out there by yourself, Father. Great. Not you, Frank. No, there was a priest in here. He was asking for a place to eat, and I started telling him about the round table, and, well, you know, it's on the east side, and I think he's walking by himself. No, I don't think he's armed. Yes, Frank, he's all paid up.
And because he was unfamiliar with the city, he wound up in a very dangerous neighborhood. And several men approached him and surrounded him.
Oh, hi, fellas.
Good evening, Father.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. I wonder if one of you can help me with this. What's going on? Well, I'm trying to find this restaurant. I think, doggone it, I took a wrong turn there, and...
You got enough money to take us to dinner tonight, too, Father?
Well, I wish I did. All I have is just a couple of...
Come on, Father.
I have a couple of dollars. I just got...
Well, he had only a couple of dollars on him. He really was a very poor, struggling seminarian, and he knew they weren't going to believe that that was all he had.
Fellas, please! Come on! Please, I will get you, fellas. I need to make a look. Just have to get it up. There's no money here, Father. Please, boys, I don't have any money.
I believe this belongs to you.
Thank you.
Come with me. No, don't be afraid. They won't harm you. It's all right. Come with me.
And the muggers stood as still as statues, not moving a muscle, as my friend followed the angel right back through the midst of them. And he said at every moment he expected to feel a knife in his back. The one or two times he did turn around, the muggers were still standing there as if they had been frozen. And soon they were out of danger and heading back towards his hotel, although he had never told the angel where he was staying.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, there you are, Father. Oh, I was hoping like crazy you hadn't gone off by yourself into the pit.
What?
The pit. Well, that's our little nickname for the east side. You never want to catch yourself there alone, especially at night.
Where'd he go?
Where'd who go?
The guy who came in here just before me, big fella.
Nobody came in here before you.
No, the guy who was dressed in white, long hair and a beard.
Nobody came in before you, and I would have noticed. I mean, I've been standing here for 12 hours. I haven't even had a break yet. Ugh, but that's not your fault, is it, Father? What do you got there?
This, my guardian angel. Keep it in my wallet.
Well, must have worked like a charm if it kept you out of the pit. Oh, and by the way, I can't order a pizza in for you. That is if you're not opposed to grease.
My friend, who finally thought to thank the angel for what he had done, not knowing it was an angel, turned around and the angel had vanished. He had gone through the revolving doors, but the angel had just disappeared. And he believes to this day that in fact it was an angel who had been sent to rescue him from these muggers.
The priest's angel card is the only item that fell out of the billfold. And stunned by these events, Father Duffy was not able to question his rescuer or to even thank him. He is convinced it was the work of his guardian angel that saved him.
So Father Duffy's guardian angel card was like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Often people carry guardian angel cards, saint cards, various religious items to help them connect with their spiritual guides.
So let's review what we know about guardian angels. Our experts seem to agree we each have our own guardian angel, and in some cases, more than one. Persians believe that we each have two angels, one to review our good behavior, and one taking notes on the bad things we do in life.
Guardian angels are often thought of as attentive heavenly nursemaids to children, but as the stories in this program illustrate, they may well be with us throughout our lives.
As the researchers, writers, and production crews here at Could It Be a Miracle prepare for next week, we hope your guardian angels are watching over you.
As you consider the stories in this week's program, ask yourself, could it be a miracle?
Will miracles always remain a mystery? Perhaps. But for now, the Miracle Research Center team continues to take bold strides toward understanding these inexplicable events. We'll be back next time with more of these cases. In the meantime, think about what you've just seen and ask yourself, could it be a miracle? Until next time, I'm Robert Culp.